No, he's nothing to do with this. No!
How did you... Whoa, I've got you.
They're moving that way.
We better get out of here. How did you do that?
I don't know.
Right. And you being able to do magic isn't anything to do with why they're trying to kill us.
They're not trying to kill us. They're trying to kill you.
Okay, fine. Keep your secrets. But at least tell me how to escape.
No, I can't leave. I've got to get to the temple. You really can put me down now.
Release her!
I have lost my donkey, fallen down a cliff, and had a rock dropped on me. I'm not in a good mood.
Release her!
I'm not holding her hostage.
Let her out!
It's you she's running away from.
Oh, hey, look, I actually did this fight correctly.
You're up to running?
Yes.
Such a hard bit of the run.
Then where's that?
Only a true master could get that fight so optimally.
Follow.
Why am I failing this all of a sudden? That would have potentially been at least close to gold if that hadn't happened. But that last wall run, I know that can happen. I don't know what causes it, but generally it just never happened. I guess I just lost my muscle memory for whatever I used to do to avoid that. Because that's happened like a couple times in a row now. 0.01 seconds off last run that split was, because I golded this last run. And funny thing is, during that split at one point, I pressed space slightly too early when I got on a pillar and he didn't jump, and I wasted about a second there. Means that can definitely still be improved. Sorry about the potentially loud noise you just heard. I don't know how loud that was. Fuck, I'm sorry. I was throwing my phone away. Oh, come on, no. Ah, why? That hasn't happened in a while. I was throwing my phone away because I was sick of it vibrating. Which I should just do at the start of every stream, shouldn't I? And my hand like brushed the mic. What's on vibrate? Why would I have it on full mute? How am I gonna find out about epic Prince of Persia streams when someone starts streaming? Oh yeah, great. I'll quit everything related to Prince of Persia so that I have more time for your fucking maths problem. Yeah, cheers, Toka. Appreciated. "20 weeks. Dude, 20 weeks. You didn't even know me. I think I started running SOT around 4 months ago. I mean, you may have heard my name at some point. Through, like, Kato or something. Though I did know you. I am your nightmare, just as you are mine. Yeah, funny thing about that actually, because I was literally like a fan of you, and not you, just people in the Prince of Persia community in general. Like Sam as well. I watched a bunch of his runs. A bunch of other people, of course. And hold on. It's like the first time when we had a race in SOT, that was really weird to me. Because I'd known you for like a year and a half. And I knew you as like this guy who does these really cool speed runs. And I was basically a fan, and then suddenly I was racing with you. That was really cool. It was also slightly awkward that first time. At least on my end. And not because of you, of course. It was just me being socially awkward. I guess. I don't know who Mike Uyama is, I just know Sabuyama. Whoa. What was that? I think my camera was too high, so it didn't snap. Yeah, I literally know nothing about Uyama. I just know that Sub-Uyama is a thing. And it's like 140 something, I think. Yeah, unfortunately I can't, well, I've not beaten that because I ran AC. So I can't say I have Sabuyama. Could you, like, do stuff, Prince? The first time you put on the boards. Funny, because some people have that kind of attitude, and there's nothing wrong with it, but some people have the attitude of not submitting runs until they're good. Meanwhile, I spammed the shit out of the 2K8 leaderboard in the past month or so. Sorry to everyone who had to verify those runs, i.e. Sam and Toka. I don't know who's verified more at this point. But Toka, don't you watch the entire run and look at the sound samples and stuff, like, and analyze to make sure I didn't splice anything? What the fuck? What is this shit verifying? Well, okay then, fine, Grizz. Okay, suppose I had that attitude. I've had about 10 world record runs in 2K8. And I've not been happy with most of them. What do you do in that situation? You get world record but you're not happy with it. Like, it's the fastest anyone has ever beat the game, but you're not happy with it. Like, what do you do? I think that should be submitted. That's the thing about being not happy with runs. I wasn't happy when I got my PB in SOT 152.09. Now I still submitted that. But I was planning to beat that again very soon after getting it. I was planning to beat that. And I almost did. I had like a good 3 or 4 runs get to like elevator or past elevator that were sub 150 pace and they died. And right now, like 3-4 months later, that's still my PB. So if I hadn't submitted it, my PB would be like a 155. Anyway, I'm gonna have to stop chatting for a couple minutes so that I can count to 101. Cool. Did I get those 2 seeds that are like behind the corner? I don't know. I have no way of knowing now the area is deloaded. So I can't see anymore. I don't know what the seed count here should be either, so rip. I hope I got them from like muscle memory, but I don't remember getting them at all. Just the only thing is the route there has changed recently, so my muscle memory hasn't set in completely yet. Okay, I lost time, so I probably got them. If I hadn't got them, I would have saved a couple seconds. Massive shoutouts to Vin once again for reminding me that that trick exists, which he found. So I don't have to reset here like every 3rd run or some shit anymore, because it's free now. Fuck this game. Dude, the rephrasing. Like, I didn't even think of that until you rephrased it. Oh, Grizz. That was the best. Well, continuing on with Grizz's jargon, That was the same for me with 2K8. I never intended to get world record for this game. I just kept making big mistakes, and I just thought, well, I can do the same run with all the same, like roughly the same movement and everything, but just get rid of those massive mistakes. And I just kept doing that, and as I was doing that, my movement was actually getting better. And I just kept doing it, and eventually I just got world record. I never intended to. Hell, I never even intended to run this game. I just started running it so that I could familiarize myself with the route more, so that I could find more strats. Then I did that, I suppose. I found some strats since I've started running it. Because basically everyone who ever runs a game finds some strats when they start running it. Like, I'm not talking about massive 1 minute time saves or anything, but everyone finds like a couple 5-second time saves or something. Or even just 1 second. Like, say, even Creditor, who never even actually ran this game, he just practiced a bit, he found time save. What's SMB1? This run is terrible. Okay, fair enough. Shit. I mean, you're comparing a 5-minute run with a 2.5-hour run. That's the equivalent of like, what, 30 seconds in this game. If you extrapolate that. And yes, just to confirm, 30 seconds is quite massive in this game as well. Can you imagine if there was like a 2.5 hour run which was as optimized as like some 5 minute run? 2 hours and 20 minutes in, you lose half a second, and like your life is just, what is life at that point? Why even exist? I am sure that you found something in SOT Grizz. Even if you didn't tell anyone, I'm sure you found some strat that you do in your runs subconsciously that other people don't know about. I mean, obviously I'm not certain, but because when new people start a new speed game, it always brings new perspective in, and they usually see things that no one else has seen. Say for example that seed I just got. So basically what happened, I went to the right, got that seed, and now I'm going back left. Now, getting that seed was my idea. No one else had thought of getting it, even though it's quite fast. The reason for that is because I was new, and I didn't know about a route change that happened some time ago, where we used to go to the right. So then when Sam was rerouting it, and when he decided to go to the left there instead, he didn't think about first going to the right anyway for that one seed, because of his prior knowledge of the game. But I was new, so I had a different mindset. Also, this run is like fucking garbage. Wait, Grizz, didn't you find the way to kill Dad or something in SOT? I seem to remember something like that. That was before my time though, so I'm not sure. Well, there you go. See, Grizz, we've just proven that you were useful. See, Grizz, I told you. Everyone is useful. Correct seed count, that's nice. So I definitely didn't miss those two in Heaven's Stair. I could have verified that long ago, because I knew some other seed counts in certain places before this one, but I forgot. Toka coming in with the motivation. Claiming that something is consistent in Prince of Persia. Full of this kind of made sense as well. I understood what you meant, even if I may have interpreted it differently. Yeah, that happens. Even in that case, that can still be helpful because you can get people discussing it. As if it's been known for years, people might have forgotten about it. And if you start a discussion, more findings regarding that strat or whatever can be investigated. Even finding pointless strats can be helpful because once again they can get people talking and they can actually then find something useful. Vin did that a lot with 2K8. Oh, that's too far. Oh, never mind, it worked. Thought it would be too far to the left. It might still be now. Okay, it's good. Oh shit, I forgot. That's the one where you do the setup. Why am I doing so badly this run? Tasks only. Yeah, I mean, that's how many glitches are found. Recently in 2K8, 360 beam was found. And basically I was just trying to investigate some other stuff, just messing about with the game. Actually, I'll talk about that later after I do this. Ledge warp was eh. Whoa. Wrong inputs, but whatever. But yeah, I was just messing about with something else, and then I turned around on a beam, and the prince turned in like a 30-degree direction, which should never happen. And I was like really confused. And I just found a glitch just by turning around. And turns out the way it works, by the way, is you just literally have to turn around exactly, and I mean exactly 2 seconds after doing some other action. And there's like a 4-frame window. I guess it was bound to happen eventually, because someone was bound to turn around exactly 2 seconds after another action at some point. But yeah, glitches get found by accident.
I can't see anyone following. We should hurry.
Where's our...
Under this seal. Thank you for helping me reach here. But now you should...
Okay, this is better than last run, because I didn't fail the ledge warp, but it's still bad. There haven't been any big mistakes, I just messed up all over the place with just small
No,
deaths.
I beg of you.
Father?
No! Father, no!
But yeah, that's funny, first person glitches are tasks only. Considering how insanely prominent they are.
Come on! I think we need
Strat plus knowledge equals RTA strat.
Any more of your relatives gonna try and kill us? Or is it just your father who wants to end the world?
Do you think I wanted any of this?
Well, what do we do now? Presuming the great god of darkness doesn't just squish us flat.
Oh, and of course, by the way,
You've escaped.
Robbie
Not fully.
found out how the glitch works. Of course it was Robbie.
Something's happened to the fertile
The glitch I
grounds.
talked about in
If we
2K
get to them,
a
we
couple
might be able
minutes
to stop
ago.
Ahriman escaping.
Also, Robbie figured out how it
This
works.
land was built to keep Ahriman here. These areas feed the temple with life energy. The temple feeds the tree. We have to stop him.
We have to get out of here.
Fine, run. But you're not going to get very far.
I was on my
Robbie
way
also
home.
found
I
corner
had more
clipping in
gold
this
than
game.
I'd have had wine, women, I'd have had carpets.
Without
This
corner
thing.
clipping, there would be no barrier skip, so the run would be like 50 minutes longer. Or then, of course, also without Drep, there would be no barrier skip because no one would have found it, most likely.
We can't reach the fertile grounds in these areas. We'd need to... Well, we can't reach them anyway. We'll have to get to these four. Then we can see what's happening.
If I ever find that donkey. Carpets this thick. This thick!
I feel like
This will allow us to reach
that would have been one of the first things that was tested when the glitch was found, Grizz. But,
Are you ready?
of course, it could be the case. I wouldn't know.
Yes, they were used to protect them.
You're gonna have to teach me how to use them.
Learn by doing. Fuck you, Toka. And your maths problem.
That will allow us to enter fertile grounds in the City of Light and the Royal Palace.
Task of our people is past.
Since I've taken this meme quite far, I should clarify, I do not feel forced in any way by Toka to do the maths problem. It is purely my choice. Alright, I shall now return to my meme persona. Toka, fuck you, man. Fucking forcing me to do maths, like,
Say, the
that's
next
not
time you
cool.
wanna win your daughter back, you could try just giving her a pony. The apocalypse doesn't really cut it.
That will allow us to enter fertile grounds in the City of Light and the Royal Palace.
Hey,
We have one of the powers of her laws. We can reach more of the fertile grounds. Let's go to them. We found enough light seeds. We should return to the temple.
Taken from me what you will. You shall have no more. No! I have lost her.
Learn by doing is certainly
Gone from us.
a good practice to have. The only thing is, it takes time, and you can't learn everything by doing. Some things you just have to learn from other people. Alright, see you later, Grizz. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for the luck.
we don't know what he'll do.
What more can he do?
Also, a fun note, I gained 50 followers in this stream, so that's cool. Oh, that is, I reached 50 followers. I didn't gain 50 followers in this stream alone. So thank you to everyone who followed. Hey, Sphere. Yeah, it'll be sub 225 soon as well. Though I'll admit that's slightly less of an appealing statement. But I mean, a few weeks ago, sub 235 was the goal. So it's really cool that that goal is sub 225 now.
Here we could access fertile grounds in the Citadel and in the Royal Palace. Let's go.
You know, Sphere, when this game is sub 2, Toko will run it, so I don't see anything arbitrary about that. There's a very concrete goal there. Sub 2 means Toko runs it. Feel free to share your thoughts, Toka. You're always welcome to do that on this stream.
You were dead.
Yes.
Yes?
I was. I'm not now, so why does it matter? I was trying to reach the fertile grounds to see if...
And you died?
E to the pi I plus 1 equals 0. Whoa, maths. See, everyone who just listened to that just thought about maths.
Matter. My father had already broken the lock that held Ahriman. He broke it to bring me back. He'd never have done this. It was the grief.
He was a father.
I just want to fix this, please. We can't let Ahriman escape.
It's not your fault.
Yeah, also mind blown, because I mean, that equation is still really cool.
Going to fix this. You're not getting out.
I remember when I first heard of it. I think, wait, so you've got this number E, then you multiply it by itself. Pi times the square root of -1 times, and that equals to -1. That I just remember thinking, like, what the fuck? I also remember thinking, I can't wait to learn how that actually works. And I kind of know that now. Though I'm not capable of proving it rigorously, I know a brief outline of why it's true.
Can this day get any worse?
So that's
They're
cool.
the corrupted, Ahriman's chosen few. They ruled here 1,000 years ago.
Maths is cool.
That thing we saw, the darkness, that was
Ahriman. Ready?
I'm not gonna do this jump here. Failed it last run. I didn't know that's something that needs practicing.
Watch for the jump. Here we go.
It works the way it wants to.
Let's go.
No, I take that back. That's not a good way to think about maths. That would imply there's no creativity required in maths.
This devastation is more than the work of corruption.
Why do I get the
That you
feeling
just
corruption
do
is
stuff and it
something
does
worth
stuff
doing?
itself.
In the last battle with Arwen,
Well, yes, I mean,
you
that's
were a warrior.
true in a way, but
His work.
that's also misleading.
Nice. Let me guess. He's standing on the fertile ground.
Yes.
This place is coming down.
He's blocking us.
Cool. So, yeah, we're kind of here for the next 3.5 minutes or so. I know, not particularly exciting, but doing this saves 8 minutes. Hey, where to follow? Tapping in the distance. This is fun gameplay. This is the intended route. This is how you're supposed to get to the warrior. This is, did I mention this is my first playthrough? Yeah, I mean, obviously I've never played this game, but I just felt like if I jumped in a very specific way on a beam after getting ledge storage on it by hanging from it, I would enter an airwalk, and I just felt like if I did an airwalk from this specific beam for 3 minutes and 51 seconds, I would get to the warrior fight. I suppose my feelings will either be confirmed or rejected in about a minute and a bit. Just a bit longer, and then we'll get back to gameplay. I swear. Well, there's the warrior fight, which is admittedly not the most entertaining part of this run either, but it's gameplay at least. And also there's the high chance of me fucking it up. So that's always fun to watch, isn't it? The streamer suffering. There we go. Oh, see, I was right. I just had a good feeling about this.
Shout that louder? I don't think he heard us.
Yeah, how did I guess that? Amazing.
He hasn't escaped yet. That was 1,000 years ago. Your fight is finished. People are gone.
Show no favor.
Okay. Fight was not perfect, but good enough. I got some mildly bad RNG with the block.
Is he dead?
Then I also messed up because after I parried him, I did another sword attack, which meant that there was a chance to get blocked again. What I should have done was an Elika attack, because those are unblockable, but it worked out, he didn't block me. So it's all cool.
Are you alright?
Now this fight, I know may seem boring to watch, but there is we do actually do strats here. And basically what I do is hold down and right and mash jump out of this cutscene. Then if I stay near the edge, usually, not always, the area gets glitched and it doesn't fall apart. If it does fall apart, there's a backup strat as well, but hopefully that doesn't happen. If I just stay near enough the edge.
He's not listening to you.
Claim the honor you have lost. Save your honor. Use your strength. You are not the creature Ahriman would have you be.
Yeah. And again, it may not be the most entertaining thing to watch, but honestly, I'm kind of glad there's no way to kill him faster, because fighting the warrior is just very difficult in this game. In the speedrun, at least, when you have to do it quickly. At least for me. Maybe for other people it's easier. And there's already one warrior fight where we actually have to fight him before this, so I wouldn't want another one. And after this, we used to heal City of Light with the old route, and we had to fight him once again.
Elika.
And as I said, he's quite difficult to fight, so there was that. I'm glad that's no longer in the route.
Hesitate.
He saved us.
He tried to kill
Because
us.
since we did that really long airwalk,
Our luck run out.
we got here without using the blue plate. which means we were able to get these 25 seeds from him without purchasing the blue plate.
Exaggerated the getting away bit.
And that saves a bunch of time. Time to collect 25 seeds, essentially.
He tried to kill us. And if we don't move, he'll succeed.
And anyway, since we don't have the blue plate, we can't heal City of Light anymore. City of Light is just the fertile ground just here. Also, for once, I've actually got a decent run here. Pre-temple could have been better.
I told you not to hesitate.
He saved us.
We got lucky.
We fought Aura.
But it's been a while since I've had a run this good here.
Die honorably. You can just die. If he'd really wanted to
In
fight
fact, I've never had one because this route is only about a week old. Anyway, there's no need to celebrate yet. There are still plenty of ways for the run to die.
glad that's over. There you go.
Good. There was a cutscene there. It's long, it's like over a minute long. And it usually plays when you enter City of Light. Since we entered with an airwalk, it's still there now. And by doing that corner clip, we skipped it. Yeah, we fight all the bosses. However, we don't actually open any of the black gates. We skip all of them. But yeah, currently there's no known way to trigger the last Ahriman fight without killing the 4 bosses. Skip the cutscene there by doing that wall run thingy. When you enter the Royal Palace or whatever this is called for the first time, a cutscene plays about, it's like an introduction to the concubine. This saves about 22 seconds, I believe, doing that skip. Come on. Ah, crap. Wasting time. Okay. So with this corner clip, we skipped the intro cutscene for this fertile ground and also a long yellow plate.
Die in the hall of coronation. It's almost a waste of the irony for it to fall on such a humorless people.
I'll be honest, I don't actually know what the casual way looks like here.
And I shall take her place, Queen of the Ura, from
I
that
don't remember.
time.
It's been a while since I played this game casually.
Brave little man with me as queen. What of you?
So I don't actually know how much time that saves, but
My parents would be so
I'm guessing it's a lot.
princess. I can end your suffering as I seek to live.
Anyway, that corner clip is quite precise. It's one of the hardest corner clips in the game. Because the wall is at like a weird angle, and then once you actually clip through, there is very little time to react. And if you don't jump away immediately, you soft lock.
Pain I suffered to get here, the things I would do to remain.
And then after that, there's another precise jump past the corruption.
Let's get out of here.
Soft lock by... So when you clip out of bounds, the prince can get into an infinite falling animation because he gets stuck on the out of bounds stuff because you're inside the wall. Yeah, there's like a very precise spot where if you jump into the corruption in a very precise way, you just jump through it because of the auto aim. But yeah, the soft lock, if you do soft lock, you can just save and quit and reload and try again. But of course that wastes like a good 20 seconds, so we don't want that to happen. So I didn't lose too much time here because the split was bad in PB as well, but
Don't even know your own mind.
yeah. So we heal Coronation Hall now. The concubine is here, and in theory we would be able to go kill her now. We can get past the black gate now, but there's a blue plate section and we don't have the blue plate yet. But we healed Coronation Hall, which means when we do get the blue plate we can simply fast travel here and skip the black gate then and go kill her at the end. For now we'll just collect the seeds here and move on to Heaven's Stair. Ah, crap. Wait, that worked? Okay. That was insane. The way the auto-aim just launched me forward so far. Okay. What I was supposed to do there is jump slightly further so that I don't get stuck on the terrain on the wall there, and then do a wall run so that the platform I was aiming at is closer. But that worked somehow. So at the end of this split I should have 460 seeds. Hopefully I'll have that. Yes, good. And now we go to Heaven's Stair. We're gonna heal that, collect the seeds there, kill the alchemist, then go kill the hunter. Not in that order though. The reason why I didn't give the actual order we're doing it in is because it's kind of a mix. Like we collect some seeds, then do some stuff, then collect more seeds, and so on. This game started off as a meme game, for sure. Because the speedrun used to be you just play the game casually. Now, I mean, it's still kind of a meme game, but not as much because the run is actually fun now, because we actually skip a bunch of stuff. So the biggest thing being barrier skip, which was at the very start of the run. We got into essentially the main areas of the game. So at the start you're supposed to go to the temple, but we went straight into the world. And because of that, nothing was corrupted yet. So we were able to collect the seeds without healing any fertile grounds. Yeah. If you've never seen a run of this game, that would look slightly unusual indeed.
That was my sword work.
The downside of that is, of course, when we do barrier skip, we haven't unlocked double jump or any of the power plates yet. So, of course, we can't double jump, which means there are some places in the game where we just can't traverse. So instead we have to resort to airwalks and ledge warps and stuff like that.
Heaven's Stair. No one has been inside this place for 10, maybe 20 generations. Now the plates are lit once more.
Ready to climb to the stars?
How many times have you used that line? Let's go.
No worries at all. It's cool that you're here now anyway. And I'm glad you're enjoying watching it at the moment. That's always nice. Not really. I stream kind of randomly. I don't really have a schedule.
That's corrupted air. If you breathe it,
It'll be the last breathing you do. Well,
I also have a terrible sleeping schedule,
to go down.
which is why my stream schedule is so inconsistent.
Activate this first mechanism.
let's just make it fast.
And some days I just
End up with a lung full of corruption.
wake up too late and can't stream anymore.
That corrupted air. Nice.
The platform is moved.
We still can't reach it.
One more to go. It's clearing.
Then let's get
So
to the
generally
bottom
we'd
before the alchemist
we'd
drops
have
us
to
off.
grind down to the bottom and take the elevator from here, but instead we can do this. And we're up here now. So that's cool.
Ready?
Oh, and of course we would have had to use all 4 of the green plates in that room 4 times, but instead we just do some unintended platforming to get around. Here we just throw the alchemist off the ledge.
Conform to my low expectations and give up.
And that's it, that's the end of that fight.
That'll be another time you underestimated me.
No, that was not the last fight. This is just to heal the fertile ground. The last fight we're gonna go do now. So we're gonna skip the black gate with a corner clip, which is quite difficult actually. And then we're gonna go kill him for real.
For every step we take,
Yeah, a bunch of balloons. You'll see that in
Present.
a few minutes.
Past. Our actions now build the foundations for what comes next.
depressing, isn't it?
This is Alchemist Gate Skip. Friends, please. There we go. That corner clip is very precise, so I'm glad I got that first try. It's quite difficult. I actually almost jumped off too late. So that almost failed, but I'm glad it worked out. Anyway, here are the balloons. Yeah, this area is cool, I suppose, for casual gameplay. I really liked the plate sections here. How you just jump from balloon to balloon and stuff. For speedrunning, I mean, it gets kind of old. Yeah, casually. But this is actually, not this specifically, but Heaven's Stair in general is one of the coolest areas in the speedrun as well because of the seed routing we have here.
To find out if you really are immortal.
Life is not yours to take, but I could give it to you.
Hey, I'm a legend. I'll live forever.
That's true, it's also basically the hardest corner clip in the game. I think second hardest is probably the one in Coronation Hall.
You're looking pretty scared for an immortal. We gotta chase him now, don't we? We're not gonna take it easy when we corner him.
It's not over yet, Eraser. There's still plenty that can go wrong. At 25 flat. Well, that would kind of suck.
Both of us still alive. Whoa, this is high.
Alright then, thanks for the luck.
He's not gonna make that.
Enjoy lurking. No worries where to follow. Oh, cool.
I will not.
Thanks for sticking around.
Maybe, but you won't live forever.
But yeah, I've only got 8 seconds to spare over PB in order to get sub 225.
The edge. Maybe, but you won't live forever? Well, you told him. Yeah, how's that for immortality? Now which one of us is gonna live forever?
If this run was slightly worse, I'd do some risky strats that save time to make 224 possible again. But
Keep your mouth shut.
since it's possible at the moment without those strats, I'm not gonna go for them. I don't want to take the risk.
Good
skip the cutscene here by teleporting and teleporting back. Collect these 2 seeds and then we go kill the hunter and collect some more seeds along the way.
There you go. That's another one.
Correct seed count. Interesting camera. Missed that seed, that's fine, we'll get that on the way back.
Wait for it. Hello? Anybody home?
Do you think it's a good idea to let them know we're coming?
These guys might be stupid enough to sell their souls, but even they should have figured out our plan by now.
There's the power plate there.
Here we go.
We're entering the Citadel. If the corrupted return to their places, the hunter will be here.
Let's go on.
So now we're gonna skip the black gate here with another corner clip.
Thought we got these plates working.
We have. The fertile ground's at the top of that windmill, but we'll have to go round the outside of it to get to the plates.
This one's very easy compared to the alchemist one. It's just a standard corner clip. there is an additional skip I could have done here, which would have saved about 15 to 20 seconds. But it's very difficult, at least for me, so I generally don't do it unless it's a bad run and doing it would bring the run back
You still have a chance.
back to life.
Still leave.
Guess that's our answer.
And the fact that I didn't do this skip, it's called Hunter Lair skip, will be the reason why I'll be so far behind gold in this split. But hopefully should be about the same as PB, possibly faster.
Against the darkness.
Interesting auto aim, he jumped to the right there.
Like you've run out of places to hide.
Okay, it was 0.04 seconds slower than PB. That's fine. Now we will walk back to Heaven's Stair, finish collecting some seeds there, and we'll have 540 by the end. And then we'll teleport to Temple and get the blue power.
We'd better get out of here.
So the reason why we didn't collect the seeds in Heaven's Stair straight away is because we need to go back up Heaven's Stair to finish collecting seeds. And if we had done that before, we would have needed to get back down, come kill... Essentially, we would have needed to get back down an extra time.
That's another one crossed off. That's for the jump.
Because now when we'll collect the seeds, we can teleport straight. We'll have 540, so we can teleport straight to the temple to go get the blue power plate. Obviously, if we'd gotten the seeds before that, we wouldn't have had 540 seeds, so we couldn't teleport, which means we would have needed to grind all the way down that pipe in Heaven's Stair.
Now this is fun. Together.
There's some seeds here that we'd need the blue power plate to get, but we can get them with the corner clip. Monk ass, I almost soft locked.
All right. Ah!
And I've got the correct seed count, which is nice.
I feel stronger.
If I didn't, the run would be dead, so... That's nice. And now we just get the last seed here and teleport to temple to get the blue power plate.
Are you sure it's a good idea to be this close? We're alive, so he must be trapped.
So this cutscene would have played the first time we came back to the temple
So far today, you think there's anything that can't be?
after corrupting everything.
For generations. The healings must have had an effect.
Because that would be the first time that you come back with a power, but we already had seeds
Now that they're active,
the first time we were in the temple, so the game wasn't expecting us to already be able to
Be trapped and we can
get the
out?
powers.
yes.
Which means this is actually the first time we come back to the temple after
Grounds in the City of Light and the Royal Palace.
after corrupting everything, which is why that cutscene played.
Right.
there's a dad fight, and after that we teleport to Coronation Hall, which we healed earlier, and go kill the concubine, which is the last boss left.
No! Father, it's Ahriman. You must fight him. I'm here. I'll keep you safe. Father!
Maybe as we heal the lands, your father will recover.
You don't believe that.
No, I don't.
And to Coronation Hall we go. I get to do this jump again, which I failed earlier. Well, I didn't fail it, it worked out, but this is how it was supposed to go. And we just skip the black gate by doing a drop glitch there. And the auto aim is insane, and it just takes you to the yellow plate. It's very strong. Yeah, still world record pace. Hopefully that lasts. Whoop whoop indeed.
Welcome to the ball, honored guests. Shall we begin the dance? Help me, rescue me. Rescue me from my father. Rescue me from the naughty god. Oh, I will, my darling. I will.
I was gonna say good RNG. It's still decent.
Elika!
Forget about her. It's time to think about me. It is our
Shit.
will.
They lost a couple seconds here so far.
But I will have your soul.
I should be fine.
Yeah, I think I'll try and hang on to that. It seems to be coming in handy.
We need to go to the next floor. That plate should take us there.
Are you in any shape to...
How much more time do you think we have left? We must keep going.
regret that. You'll regret that. I could do with some help here. Quick, Elika, get up. Are you all right?
She hit me quite a few times there. Usually she just kind of stays in one place after hitting me once and just does nothing until I start attacking her. Anyway, that was fine. I didn't waste time because I parried every hit successfully.
You have a choice. Walk into the web or walk away. Armin will clear a path for you.
I am,
Yeah, and he's the
I
trustworthy
suppose,
type,
known for
He'll
being
just let us go
quite
so
bad
we
at
can
parrying though.
warn everyone he's about to get out.
So I'm glad that worked out.
Silence speaks volumes. Good view.
No, you chose her. So choose her.
This had better work. I knew you'd save me.
What if I'd fallen unconscious again?
Ha. Oh, I didn't think of that.
Well, little man, you took the test. You failed.
Whoa, this is gonna gold. Okay. I guess it was just an unoptimized split because new route. So, okay, I've got 20 seconds to spare and still get a... Or 19, I suppose.
Get out of here.
19
All
seconds to
this,
spare
I can
and
get you
still
those
get
cards
a
you wanted.
sub 225. Oh, that's not that much.
Decorate
That's
the
like
palace like you've been saying.
2 deaths, and that's a rip.
The concubine? She's gone. You're stuck.
But anyway, we've killed all the 4 bosses now. Now we go into the Ahriman fight. There's a cutscene at the end of this plate section, however we skip it by teleporting just before it happens. And conveniently we also teleport to the temple, which is where we need to go. Shut the fuck up, Eraser. Okay, let's see if we can get this quickly. Oh my god, that was actually perfect. I've never, even in practice, I've never gotten it that quickly. literally first try. Stop, Eraser, don't put ideas into my head. I mean, what am I saying? That's what I was already thinking this entire plate section before you even said anything. In fact, I think about that every time I get here. And the thing is, in this plate section, there's actually a skip, which is quite difficult. It saves about 10 seconds. Now, I just usually don't do it. Because you'd lose like 2 minutes, it's like right at the end. But if we ever have the game without blue plate, then you have to do the skip. So, if that's ever a thing, then that's gonna be exciting.
I forgive you.
Then let us live.
I mean, if we do get sub 2, it will probably be due to being able to complete the game without blue plate, so on a sub 2 run, that skip will probably be necessary. That's my guess, I don't know this. So if Toka has to run it, he'll have to do that skip, most likely. Again, that's just my opinion.
Let us leave together.
It's by no means an objective fact. I mean, no worries, Eraser, you can go to your meeting. Besides, this run could still die in this upcoming section. Also, nice one, Grizz. Anyway, this section is a bit monk-ass, because you can very easily buffer a jump on the vines and then run his rip if that happens, so hopefully that doesn't happen.
We must reach that plate. Quickly, the next sanctuary.
Your
I can see your message, Eraser. Cheers.
Push back the darkness.
Conveniently, I have the streams channel open. Because, well, I still have it open from when I posted my stream link.
Go! Go!
Eraser, you know what to do. If you heard that, you know what to do. You know what to type in chat right now. This is the one time where you're allowed to do this.
Run! Run!
We're bringing the light to you.
Well, rip. No worries, Eraser. The lad was just saying that his name is whispered in the wind, shouted in the storm. Okay. I would be impressed if I managed to lose sub 225 now. It would be impressive. There is still some tech left in the run, which I may fail. But even if I fail it, it should be sub 225. That's like the best one to make. My name is whispered in the wind, shouted in the storm.
We did it. Alika, we did it.
Oh yeah, that was just my JavaScript crashing. No, memes aside, it's that was my controller disconnecting. I don't need it anymore. When Sabuyama? What the fuck? Like, let's start with sub 2, okay? Like, that's a big goal. How about this? We start with sub 2, get sub 2, then force Toka to get Sabuyama. Since he's so passionate about it. But that starts with Drep finding Concubine Blueless. Oh, you finished it already? You can clip it in my VOD afterwards, Eraser, if you really want to. Piano? Well, that's cool. Yeah, well, you can send it in 6 hours. No one gives a shit. I'm not anything yet. This run is not over. And besides, pre-tempo was improvable. This is not my last run. Sorry to disappoint people who thought I was done with this game. Hey GMP. Also, fuck, GMP, sorry, like, you sent a message 4 minutes ago, but it was yellow, and it starts with a G, so I read it as Grizz. And I was also doing that, platforming section where you can fail very easily and lose world records, so I didn't read it properly. So, sorry for not, like, greeting you or whatever 4 minutes ago. T2T? I don't know. At some point in the not so near future. I still need to do a Sans trilogy run at some point. But first things first, I need to do a good 2K8 run. I'm not sure, GMP. I mean, this is very good already. Sub 225 is like a 32 with the old route, which is what I was aiming for. I was aiming for a 32. But I still feel like I can do better. So maybe a 23. Just maybe. But I'd have to do like Hunter less skip and stuff. Definitely not any lower than 23. That would be insane. I mean, Eraser, it's a different game. Now, I'm not saying T2T is easier. That is by no means what I'm saying. But, like, the whole setting SOB to 1 minute or less. Like, it's a different game, so I don't think it would be appropriate for me to also choose the 1 minute mark. Yeah, fair enough, Eraser. But like, honestly, I don't really wanna set some kind of SOB mark. The way I've been deciding whether to continue so far is just thinking, was there anything big that could be improved in this run? And if the answer is yes, I continue. And so far with every single run that I've done, the answer was yes, including this run. I can improve pre-tempo. Like this run, although it may not be my final run, I have to say this is a very good run and I'm very happy with it. and it will be difficult to get PBs from this point on. Very difficult. Okay, walk skip. Is it gonna happen? Hopefully. Cool. Well then, get better, Grizz. I mean, the main reason I'm still running this is because I'm still enjoying running it, and I'll continue as long as I still enjoy it. Anyway, this is a very good run. 2:24:33. Fucking poggers. Thanks for the GGs, guys. What is this? 2 minutes and 20 seconds behind SLB.